All right, so let's start to approximate something that looks sort of video game-ish. So we're gonna build a circle. The player will just be represented by a circle on the screen, and we'll be able to move it around. So I'm gonna change some stuff. So we're gonna set up a couple floats for circle X and circle Y. And then in our setup function, we'll give it an initial values. Circle X equals width divided by 2. We'll start it in the middle. Circle Y equals the height divided by 2. And then in the draw thing, we're going to use a new variable called the keyCode variable. The keyCode variable can be checked against things that are these other pre-designed constants like up, down, left, right, shift, control, alt, etc. And so it's actually I believe it's an int variable, and they'll check against these. We've given those other keys numbers, and so it's actually checking for numeric equality. So let's see. So the keyCode variable is an int, I believe. And we can utilize it to check against things like these presets that are all in caps, like up, down, left, right, shift, control, etc. And alt, I think, is the last one. And you can check for, these are just words we've given to numbers. So they're used, I'll show you right now how it's used. So if we want this circle to move around the screen, we're going to have this, well, first of all, we're going to draw the background. Oops. Background every frame so that we're not just constantly kind of creating a trail around the screen. And then in this key pressed thing, well, let's just draw the ellipse then. Ellipse, we're going to draw it at circle X center position, circle Y center position, and we'll make it 50 by 50 ellipse just for the time being. And then instead of all this stuff setting the background, we're going to start using the keyCode variable, which is, again, a processing specific thing to a degree. I mean, these things have direct analogs in full Java that I'll teach you later if you're interested. But we're going to say if keyCode, and we can use the double equal symbol again. But then we can use these constants, which have been predefined in processing. If keyCode equals up, do one thing, else if keyCode equals down, do another thing, and I'm just going to copy and paste this. So up, down, left, and right, and you can probably tell what we're going to do inside each of these things. So if it's up, we want circle Y to be decremented by, let's say, 2. If it's down, we want circle Y, whatever it is, to be incremented by 2. Oops. Circle Y. If it's left, we want circle X to be decremented by, we're just going to give the circle a speed of 2. So 2 represents the speed. And if it's right, we want circle X to be incremented by 2. And then we're going to draw the circle here. Let's set a fill color. I like no stroke. And then in addition to the stroke, we're going to set the fill color to something that's not awful. We'll do 50, 50, 200. Kind of a dark blue, I think. And now if we want to run our program, you'll see a circle pop up in the middle of the screen if I did all this stuff right. We should delete the text size thing so that it runs more quickly. And now I'm going to hold down the up key. Let's see what happens. Oh, it works. Left, down, right. Totally works. So you can start to see how these variables are going to produce an ability to kind of use all the stuff in combination to start making basic games. Alright, so that's plenty for this video.